Hey there, Leo, and anyone with a dominant planet in Leo. Welcome to your Virgo season reading from the Oracle of the Feather Crown Tree. We will start this reading with the center card representing your heart space and how to lead from that area during this season. And then we will go over to the left in the center. That card is representing the first house, and we will work our way around the wheel counterclockwise until we get to the 12th house. So I hope that you enjoy this reading. I can't wait to see what emerges here in this intuitive take on these cards. So we will begin. So I'm definitely getting that you are feeling good in your heart space, that this is strong and as it should be. It's truly kind of the essence of the Leo energy here that you seem to be standing in, which is beautiful to see for you. There seems to be an honoring of this space and a joyous feeling coming from it, and it's absolutely being emitted from you. You're not withholding any of this energy, which is probably making you appear really charismatic. Now, as I move over to your first house, this energy feels a little contradictory to your center card. It speaks to me of quickness, of change, of rapid growth that's almost beyond the intellect because it's moving so fast. It's inspired by something so dynamic that it just is almost supersonic. It's kind of beyond your normal pace for sure. So there may be something here where you are really feeling it as far as gaining some traction on how you are appearing to the world and taking action and going through maybe a very quick reinvention of yourself. So it's actually kind of exciting to see, which really contradicts the center card, because, that one's like you in your energy. And this one is you completely not even, like you don't even know who you are now, like in the process of reinvention. So looking here now at your second house of value, I'm seeing that you are feeling pretty balanced, that you are listening to advice, and that advice also seems balanced and consistent. And it seems like it's in honor of protecting what you hold dear to you, which is not surprising. This card does have a bit of a materialistic feel to it. But that is something that you work with, bringing things through your passion into the material realm. And it is showing that too, that it's not just, you focused on the material things. They're almost like a byproduct of this passion that you have and the spiritedness that you possess. And there seems to be a bit of a mystery at the center here. Maybe something that you're looking at and you're trying to see clearly, but it has not completely revealed itself yet. So there may be, something that you are manifesting, and like I said a little earlier here, just because you're caught in the act of passion with it, you don't quite know what the results are going to be. That's very exciting. And that could be linked to kind of how you are transforming your identity. Now looking here at your third house, which is your communication and your community, I see you really wanting to go deep and engage more in a way that feels more feminine. So you may be willing to take the time to be listening, to receiving input, to be using your emotions more so than you're used to. And this has you feeling also kind of like you're in a new space. It really complements your first house energy in a way where both energies are going somewhere. They're going in directions that you haven't really necessarily explored. They're going beyond surface. And these both feel like new territories for you. And it feels like it's going to bring a level of wisdom and self-mastery to you. Now, as I look at your fourth house of home, family, ancestors, memory, it looks like you are just, kind of doing your own thing, and you are very content. You don't seem bored. You don't seem complacent or frustrated or anything. You just seem kind of like at peace and in a very gentle energy, like you're enjoying your own company. And in a way, not really even over-identifying with who you are. You're just kind of being and not so much an ego right now. And you're allowing your environment to stay at a distance from you and not really bother you. You know that you can go seek resources should you need to from it. Yet it just feels like, you're kind of at peace and life is simple. And there's just not much to complain about, And this is a stronger feminine energy too, so you may be receiving your own sense of self-security here. Looking at your fifth house, the power you present to the world and how it is interpreted. I see that you are really in your element and that you are growing more secure. You're learning how to master your fear, and instead of it master you, you're learning how it can propel you forward. And the more fear that you have, the faster you can propel if you indulge it and let it lead you. It will certainly help you grow. And this fear could be connected to a passion that you have. And it looks like it will definitely help you get somewhere. So again, I'm getting that energy from the first and the third house of moving and self-transformation. And these fears, by the way, may be intellectual, so of the mind, of what you consider as your mind, and what you think are your thoughts. So looking at your sixth house of your daily routine and your health, things feel very good here, very much chiming with the fourth house energy. So there's a sense of contentment, yet not boredom. Once again, like there are lots of resources around you, lots of opportunities to get into different sectors of reality that maybe you haven't touched before, and explore other dimensions. But as you are right now, you're fine. You don't need to necessarily go there. You don't need to have some sort of consciousness, expansive, mind-altering awareness. Yet there is that opportunity if you'd like to take that on. And there is also the opportunity just to enjoy the world as it is too, and allow it to give you the strength that you need just from a little engagement with your environment. So I am getting a feeling that, even if you are doing a lot of isolation, that should you become a little weakened by that, to, go outside, interact with the greenery, be in touch with things that are growing. I'm looking now at your 7th house of relationships and balance. I get the sense that you're really gaining wisdom in a way that is more profound than you're used to. Again, with the theme of probably going deeper than you've gone before and higher than you've gone before. And it's starting to transform your identity, not only for yourself, but for how other people see you as well. And again, there could be an opportunity to do something that alters this for you. Maybe you are using incense when you meditate, or choosing to partake in herbal ceremonies where you ingest something that has a mind-altering effect on you. You could simply be drinking teas, but there's definitely this engagement with things in your reality that could help transform your perception of not only yourself, but of your reality as well. So now I'm looking into your 8th house. This is a house of deep investigation. It can be associated with sex and with I lost my train of thought there because the bug was getting on me. All 8th house matters, so things that can seem a little bit mysterious could be part of this. Here I am seeing you definitely engaging in a process that expands your awareness and minimizes your ego and makes you feel more minuscule, and because you are more aware of the awe of where you are in the giganticness of the reality that we think of as our physical reality. You may be achieving some peak experiences here that really has you it's commanding your attention to see the earth in a new way and see the cosmos in a new way, so that you really, it's like you can just find your peace in knowing that your day-to-day whatever things are kind of silly and simple compared to the larger order of reality here. And this feels very peaceful. I mean, I like that it's this examination, but it's not, shadowy and emotional and fear-based by any means. It just feels like you are allowing yourself to explore. Looking now at your 9th house. This is, for me, this house of what's kind of beyond you, that you don't know about, that commands a higher level of engagement to come to understand, and sometimes just the experience of the other. So I see that, yes, this is what you're doing. You're allowing yourself to go and really explore your consciousness and your insight, and you're indulging this aspect of yourself here, so that you can really see more than you've ever seen before, just through your intuitive abilities and, meditation, basically, again. This definitely feels kind of spiritual too, to where, you're being lifted, and your soul and spirit may be experiencing this very profusely right now. I'm looking now at your 10th house, the position that you have in your social status. You seem kind of like the top of the food chain, which is so Leo here, like you are the one in command, and there may be a lot of other people around you that are trying to command your attention. Again, I see you in this deeply intuitive, more cosmic consciousness reality here, and you're really allowing your spirit to reside here. You may actually be talking with some other spirits and some other beings that you've never really been able to do this type of communication before, so you may be experiencing this for the first time, or this just may be going on, and like in your dream world or something, and you're not even aware of it, but there seems to be a lot of communication going on this could be like angelic beings, and maybe even your spirit guides. And it's adding something to your heart chakra as well. It's making this space evolve. You're able to take this new energy, this new type of consciousness, and bring it into that space as well, which we are kind of seeing in that center card that you had, this hint of the cosmic in your heart space. I kind of want to be a Leo this month. Okay, so your 11th house, I think of it as the house of, your independence and your interdependence. Some think of it more as dreams and wishes. So what I'm getting here is the self you once knew is evolving, and you've taken kind of a big step into becoming, it's not like you are completely changed here. You've become someone entirely different. You're just moving. And through this movement, you're seen sort of differently, but you're still the same person. And you're still very much aware of the boundaries that you have. So maybe there's been, this exploring that you've had going on, and you're kind of coming back and saying, now this is where I draw the circle of who I am. This is my new sense of self here, my new composure after all of this change. And how do I kind of superimpose this on top of my former identity? Looking at your 12th house now, the house of higher spiritual attainment, transcendence, oneness. Yeah, I am getting what I got in an earlier card here of when you are sleeping, you are taking in more cosmic information than you're probably aware of. You're very receptive to it. And it's feeding your higher heart even. So this could be expanding you in to really grow beyond the love that you knew before, the way that you identified love before, and have a sense of greater love, of love for humanity, more so than just your community, just your personal relationships, your family, yourself. So this is beautiful to see that, you know, perhaps the purpose of all of this transformation is to really grow this space and become something even more loving than before. So, wow, Leo, thank you for letting me do this reading for you. Absolutely a pleasure. I'm wishing you and sending you so many blessings for Virgo season. Please take care, and I hope that you'll join me again.